Hello, Ladera Ranch Middle School parents and students. This is Dr. Duarte, and I'm also with Mrs. Tiffany Wondra, and we are going to present the bell schedule that will take effect beginning next week. So you have in front of you the bell schedule and how it looks. Let me first start with Monday. Monday is exactly what we've been doing. You'll see no changes on it because our Mondays are remaining virtual. All students will meet with their teachers in the order that they've been doing. So you can see how many instructional minutes and how that works on Monday on the left of your screen. Now, where it gets a little bit tricky is the blocks. Blocks will be Tuesday through Friday. Now, all secondary schools are going on blocks, and that is to follow the California Department of Health public health guidelines that really try and limit the amount of movement during a school day. And so for the time being, we are all on blocks. Now, the way we work this is that on Tuesdays, the block periods are 1, 3, and 5. And you'll see our social emotional learning is right after third period. On Wednesdays, our periods are 2, 4, and 5. And our social emotional learning is after fourth period. Thursday is identical in schedule to Wednesday. And then Friday is 1, 3, and 5. Now, the major difference that you'll see is that, well, fifth period meets 4 days a week. If you look to the right of your schedule, you'll see that fifth period is 47 minutes long, whereas the block periods are 95 minutes long, double the time. Now, the reason that we did that as opposed to writing in a period 6 is no students really have a period 6, or most students don't. If you have a 0 period, you have a period 6, but that's really only about 60 students on campus. So most students do not have a period 6. If we kept a period 6 in, we would have been confusing the community and getting out early on some days and not on others. And we really wanted a consistent time where we could meet with our students both synchronously and asynchronously as much as possible. Now, you'll also see that blue meets periods 1, 3, and 5 on Tuesday. Now, we're going to emphasize that gold on Tuesdays are sent their periods 1, 3, and 5 work. Now that's really important because every parent and every student on Tuesdays is going to say, what am I doing today? What are my new assignments that I need to check for? Periods 1, 3, and 5. Now that's very important for us in our planning so that we can stay on course. Now let's go to Wednesdays. That's periods 2, 4, and 5. Every student will be getting work from periods 2, 4, and 5. If they are in the gold cohort, they'll be getting it synchronously, either by attending class or logging in online. If they are a blue student on Wednesdays, what we call their independent learning day, they will be getting assignments from 2, 4, and 5. So on Wednesdays, every Ladera Ranch Middle School, they'll be wondering, what are my new assignments I need to check by 2, 4, and 5? Thursdays, it's just the same. Only the blue students are attending either online or in person, and the gold students are getting work sent home on their independent learning day. Then there's Fridays, and that's 1, 3, and 5 for gold to attend either online or in person, and blue to be sent home that work for periods 1, 3, and 5. It was really important for us to do this to make that stress. It's been very difficult for parents and students to both track all the new assignments. Now, when I say that, that's not to say that there won't be sometimes an assignment that carries over or a homework assignment that is more than one day. But we're really going to try and concentrate this to simplify everybody's life. Now, one last thing that I wanted to say, and then I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Wondra because she can elaborate on this. It was really important for us on Tuesday and Wednesday, back-to-back days, for us to be able to meet with all of our students, periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the way we're doing that is either synchronously or asynchronously. And that is so important for a teacher to plan and for a student to follow. So for a teacher's perspective, because they're the practitioners, I'm going to ask Mrs. Wonder to elaborate a little bit more on how crucial that is.
Okay, one thing I want to say, Dr. Duarte, just to clarify, is when you were saying they come online, you meant the online only students.
I did mean the online only students. Let me be very clear, folks. Students on an independent learning day are not expected to be online. They're being sent home assignments to work on independently. And so that's really important. I don't want you to think that students are going to be online with teachers 5 days a week. They're not. On Tuesdays, look at the Tuesday one, periods 1, 3, and 5. The students that are present at school will be engaged and in class. The students that are in blue and 100% online, they will be logged into their teachers who will be presenting lessons during that time. If they're a gold student on Tuesdays, they have been sent home work through Canvas for periods 1, 3, and 5 for them to do independently. Now, please talk about that.
Okay, so we've collaborated a lot with the staff, and our main goal and our whole reason for this whole schedule, because it looks a little funny, and we all have to get used to the block. But the whole thing is kind of how I already boxed this, is we wanted to see all of our class periods in a 2-day time frame, similar to the way they have block in the high school. So on both Tuesday and Wednesday, we wanted to see. Now, see doesn't mean in person necessarily. See means either synchronous, some of them we'll see in person, or asynchronous, where we send them work home on their independent. But we wanted to, quote, see every single one of our periods in a 2-day time frame, which we do on Tuesday, Wednesday. We see our periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we see period 5, half and half each day. Okay, so that was very important to our planning so that we can keep things very organized. And then again, we wanted to do that again in a Thursday, Friday time frame. Sorry, that was kind of messy. We wanted to see all of our class periods again in a 2-day time frame, similar to the way a high school block was, where they see their classes every other day, and they see all of their classes in a 2-day time frame. So that's the reason why ours looks like this, so that we see all of our class periods in a 2-day time frame. Now, of course, we wish that it would be able to be, 135, then 245, and we wish we could see 135 again, right? So that we go 135, 245, 135, 245. Of course, we would prefer that, but the way that we're bringing them on campus to keep consistent with what we've been doing doesn't allow us to do 135 on Thursday, because look, the 135 kids, the blue 135 kids, we already saw them on Tuesday, so we can't do 135 again on Thursday.
And if I could add, you've already made childcare schedules and all those things. And for us to throw a curveball and suddenly say blues are coming on a different day and golds are coming on a different day, we're not going to do that. And so that is why it goes 135, 245, 245, 135.
Right. It's not the most ideal to not be able to go 135, 245, 135, 255. We recognize that, but we felt like it was more important to keep our days the same, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Wednesday, Friday. So we have to kind of deal with these back-to-back blocks right here. Now, doesn't mean back-to-back in person. One of the days they'll be synchronous in person, the gold group on Wednesday, and then the next day, the blue group will be synchronous in person, and then flip-flop the asynchronous. Asynchronous just means the work that they get sent when they're at home on their independent learning day. So please know that we recognize that we have a back-to-back 246, and that the goal is that they're just working on these 2 days on just their periods 2, 4, and 5 as far as new assignments. Sure, there can be carryover. So that is why the schedule is like that. That is why we don't have 135 on Thursday. But again, the whole value. Oh, that you
That's
can hear our bells.
Sound. That's the sound of school bells. We haven't heard them in months.
Yeah. And so again, the whole value is that we see all of our class periods in that 2-day time frame, and then all of our class periods in that 2-day time frame. And the only way we could make that work is what you see in front of us. And the teachers on our campus 100% agree that this will help, or at least do no harm in all of their planning. So all of the teachers are in full agreement of this is our best way to make the hybrid block schedule work.
Folks, I know it looks a little bit confusing, but this is my 15th year as a principal, and I do recognize one thing. Kids adapt very quickly to bell schedules and how things work. So I know it's a little bit confusing, but give this a good look and watch the video perhaps again. We've tried to keep it short, and we're going to end it very soon, but it really does make sense given the parameters that we do have to be on block. That is for the California Department of Public Health guidelines. That is what we need to do for the time being. So we want to open safe, but we want to open safely, safely. So this is the best schedule we've got. It's a little different from some of the other middle schools, but like most things, Ladera Ranch Middle School is just a little bit better. Yeah, that's right. I brag about our school. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we sure appreciate you watching this video.
Thank you.